you're gonna do anyway. And whenever you do what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, I'm gonna push my alarm. I'm going to document everything I saw and what you did and what you said and what I said. And okay, y'all. Hey, happy Easter. I didn't want to do that, but my nose just be doing some stuff when I start talking. I want to tell y'all a story time. Psych Tech story time. So, I don't know if I was doing a swap. Excuse me. I don't know if I was doing a swap or if I had was doing overtime, but I was only on 1B. And 1B can get crazy, but they have good staff. So like, if you go there, like you don't have to trip because, like, even if the patients get crazy, like stuff happening, their staff is on point. Well, this day in particular, the patients was off the hook. It was like, I want to say like four or five 1-to-1s, which is a lot. 1-to-1 is where you have to sit in front of a patient's door to make sure they don't hurt themselves. That's what it's supposed to be for, but sometimes it be so the freaking patient can masturbate. It's so gross. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But anyway, so we sitting right there, whatever. I'm on a 1-to-1, and I'm like at the front of the unit, because the unit is like, it's like maybe 20 something doors down one way, one side of the unit of the wall, and then you come around and there's nothing right on the the facing wall right here, and then over here like maybe at the most like 4 or 5 rooms depending on what unit you're on. So this day had been crazy. Like my friend came, he got floated over there because that's how much help they had needed. He got floated over there, and he had to deal with somebody started cutting while we were there, which means they just start doing superficial cuts on their bodies to where there's like a lot of blood, but there's not any like real any damage done, because a lot of people know how to cut without hurting themselves because they've been doing it for a lot of years. If y'all can see how this squirrel was spread eagle on this tree, I was gonna scream. But I'm looking back because my daughter's gonna come and get in the car, and I don't want to talk up in front of them. But anyway, so we gotta go to the gas station too. I don't want to go to the gas station. Anyway, so it's a cutter. He's doing rounds. He's doing everything because it's just that much stuff going on. So this one guy had went out to the hospital before we even got there on that shift. We wasn't even there. Like, that wasn't our unit. So finally the dude came back. He came back. He in a wheelchair. He used to be different. I don't know what happened to him, but he used to be on my unit a long time ago, and he was a jerk, but he was still cool. Like, he had times where he would get on your nerves because he felt like very entitled. Like, he just had this horrible attitude at times, but for the most part, he was cool. He was like healthy, young guy or whatever. And then somehow, I hadn't seen him in a couple of years or whatever. He came back and he was in a wheelchair, and he was very needy, and like he just kept getting in trouble. Like, he kept on getting alarm pulled because he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this. So everybody had knew about this dude, because you hear stories or whatever, or plus you had dealings with people, because a lot of people at the prison are like repeat offenders in the mental health circuit. Like, you'll see them again. Like, they'll go get discharged from your unit or get discharged from the hospital, the prison, and then they'll come back. Something to himself. I don't know what he was doing because we weren't there that morning. He did something to himself, and so now my friend has to sit on the 1-to-1. Real quick, I was just trying to say that by this time my friend, he is freaking tired, so now he got to sit on this 1-to-1. So he's over. I don't know what he was doing. He's over the whole day. That morning, he did something to himself, and so now my friend has to sit on the 1-to-1 because now there's no other staff that can do it, because they weren't anticipating him coming back that night because he had did something. I don't know, but anyway, I'm way at the end of the front of the unit, and my friend, he's way at the back of the unit. And somehow I don't know how I heard this, because it's loud, all these 1-to-1s going on, the officers is playing music, it's just loud. And somehow I heard the dude was like, the patient was like, I'm gonna swallow all these pills. So he must have, what happens is you get medication every day, and if you keep it, if they don't do mouth checks, or if they don't find that you have it, you have a whole bunch of pills. Like, you can get, it can be very dangerous because you take them all at once, so you can get sick. So he got these pills, and he told my friend, like, I'm gonna take these pills. And I'm like, I'm still to this day don't know how I heard him. But my friend's response to it had me screaming, because that's when I further knew that it was time for us to take a break, that we were getting burnt out, because the dude was like, I'm gonna take all these pills. And my friend was like, handle it. And I know y'all probably like, because y'all not Psych Techs, so y'all judging us. But at a certain point in your career, you get to where, you know what, fool, that's what you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Because people do stuff all the time, they say stuff all the time, and you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway. And whenever you do what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, I'm gonna push my alarm, I'm going to document everything I saw and what you did and what you said and what I said, and that's it. That's what it is. Like, I'm not about to get excited, I'm not about to get scared, I ain't about to get nothing. Because if you swallow all them damn pills, I'm gonna push my alarm, you're gonna go to the hospital, they're gonna pump your stomach, do whatever they're gonna do over there, if not surgery, depending on what you actually took. And that's gonna be on you. Like, he just didn't give a damn. And it's not to say that we don't care nothing about the patients. It's not that. You just get tired of people doing stuff over and over and over again. Especially when, like I said, he was just doing it behavioral. He wasn't sick. He was just upset about whatever and just felt like being a freaking asshole. And so that's what he was going to do. He was just going to do what he was going to do. And my friend was just like, handle it. And I just never forgot that. And I had told him later, because we weren't that close at the time. And I told him, I said, I remember this, that, and the other. I told him what I had heard and what I saw, whatever, what I heard. And he was like, oh, you heard that? I was like, yeah. I said, but, it was just like one of them things. Like, I just knew at that point that we're just like over it. Like, it had been, I think, maybe 6 years in, maybe even 7. And I just knew it was a wrap. Like, we already done with it. Like, we done with it. But my girls are coming. So, yeah. So that was another story time where he was just like, handle it. And that's when I further knew that we were jacked up. We were jacked up in our minds. We got mental health issues now.